Welcome, everybody. This is Arsenal Fan Circle with my old mate, co-host Mahir, as usual. Gundit News from Facebook. If you ever
Yeah,
want to check out his stuff, he does also talk about Facebook, Mahir. You do also post some videos on Facebook.
I do post videos. It's post and pre-match analysis along with lineups and the occasional interesting topic. For example, like are you Emery in or out, or Ozil? What is your feelings towards Ozil being treated the way he is? Do you think he's good enough still? Do you think he's going to out? But like a lot of interesting topics that take from various platforms as well and put them in my own words. And along with our subscribers, we find out some things we didn't know. Anything Arsenal related.
Yeah. Quickly, let's talk about the Ozil situation quickly because it's becoming more of a even battle between Emery and Ozil right now.
Yeah, well, if I was Emery, right, I think what Emery is trying to do is show Ozil that he is the boss. Because if you have a stinking attitude and think you can just get away with it, there are certain people that are going to put you in your place, people of authority. Like Emery is our coach, he is the manager. So what he says has a very big impact on the team, mentality wise and play wise. I mean, hi Noe, thanks for joining us.
We have four people in chat, so drop a comment. We're going to be announcing the team lineups in 15 minutes, so very, very important about who's going to be announced today because we also have a Liverpool game midweek, Mahir. Hey, Noe.
Yeah, the Liverpool game is be a interesting one. Shout out to everybody in the chats, all of our subscribers. We do appreciate the sport. Like I say, what's going to be interesting, Ray, is the game versus Liverpool. I think maybe I think we might, of progressing and maybe winning what is it, the Carabao Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Carabao Cup.
to be honest, with you, when we were talking with IG and Alex last night, you could see quite frankly that it's almost like I've given up on and I've said, okay, if we're going to get into top four, if that's the main goal, let's focus on getting it the proper way. And beating the likes of Crystal Palace today would be a big step in that direction because
Yeah.
already I think are ahead of us. I think it's by about 7 points. So we could decrease that to about four maybe at the end of the game.
Yeah, so I know I just want to tell you, you fought for the channel in the past with trolls, so you are now also a moderator, Noe. So appreciate you in the
The
past. And, if you come up against any idiots, use your discretion as we're growing here,
I like
folks. Um,
definitely. Eh?
okay, so listen, here's my team, and it's a little bit of what I want to do and a little bit of what Emery's going to do. So don't give me heat for putting Xhaka in midfield because we know that's what Emery's going to do, right? So
Don't worry.
here's the team that I think Emery should pick, and keeping in mind also Wednesday night. It seems like Bellerin was blowing pretty hard on Thursday, so I would like to save him for Wednesday. Bring Chambers into the left, into that right back position, and
Yep.
bring Holt. I want to start switching the dynamic. So the problem here is how do we break this cycle of selections by here? We're going Thursday, we're going Sunday, and we need to break that cycle. Get some of the better players into the English Premier League teams. So pair him with David Luiz, and I want to see Tierney today.
He has to be there. He
Yeah.
has to be there. Really, honestly.
And
Really.
teams will be announced in 12 minutes. We'll give you the team as it's announced, folks. So we all know Granit Xhaka is going to be in midfield. It's not necessarily what I would do. Pair him with Guendouzi, and it seems like Ceballos is getting the starts at home, here. And then you'll
Look,
have the opportunity, here, to come back at me with your lineup. And everybody knows our front three: Aubameyang,
Obalaka.
Lacazette, and Pepe. So, Boots, Texas, thanks for coming in. Laka doesn't look fully fit. I would like to at least start with him with my here.
Yeah, that's potentially why you put him.
That's potentially why we want to start games fast and put games to bed early.
Yeah, right.
What we've been doing is keeping teams hanging in there. Yeah,
I mean, it's ridiculous with Gundit, man. Emery, we do know he's going to get sacked. They're gonna review probably in January, review his position, and then it's again back to square one. I mean, there are a couple good managers that could fill that spot, but the question is, how are they going to change things around? I mean, Emery is now trying to solidify himself. Yes, he doesn't know his best starting 11. Yes, he's playing players out of position. He's making extremely late decisions.
position.
So all of these things we could critique him for, but me, I really want to back him. I will back him. I will back him. Is he the right man? Only time will tell. Because my lineup is
Yeah,
the same as your lineup. Exactly to the T.
yeah.
Exceptly,
Let's delve into
exceptly.
that a little bit. My here, Gundit News. Let's delve into that a little bit. You're gonna give Emery a little bit more slack than I will this season. So your
Yes,
stance
of
is
course.
what? Till the new year, or are you gonna let him go till the end of the season?
End of the season. But I mean, like I say, if things, the problem is you can give somebody time, but you need to see progression. You need to see
Progression.
progressive football.
Yeah.
I mean, even the continuous playing out through the back, it's inviting pressure. We've spoken to Alex, we've spoken to James Rowe, we've spoken to Richard, we've spoken to a lot of people, IG last night, and we all agree that it puts us under unnecessary pressure. It puts him under unnecessary pressure because strikers or wingers, the two wingers and the striker, if they hold a high line and we just slip up just a little bit, they capitalize on it. We drop our
So
head.
the team that I've suggested here, the teams are going to be announced in 9 minutes, so people don't think that this is the lineup. This is a better team for playing out of the back. Tierney and Holding, especially Louise and Chambers on the right hand side. Although I think
You,
David Luiz is a left sided defender.
you got a ball carrying in Rob Holding.
Rob
Why
Holding.
you him? Come on.
Bless you. Bless you. We need to get Rob Holding into the team. We need to switch the dynamic around for the selection policies. And yes, we have our champions. The Arsenal ladies are 1-0 up on Manchester City. Thanks for that, Boots Tex.
Thank you, Boots.
Um, Good news. We do follow the Arsenal ladies here as well, taking more and more interest in that.
Of
Okay,
course.
so you've seen my suggested team. Teams will be announced in 8 minutes. What's your lineup now here? What would you like to see today? Bearing in
I'm
mind Liverpool on Wednesday.
going with exactly the same lineup as you, except for in the midfield. We know you put Xhaka, but I want Torreira Guendouzi Ceballos because and in their natural positions, please, Emery, don't be an idiot. Please.
In their
Don't put
natural positions.
yourself.
Yeah, we want
You can see things, man. I would
square
love.
pegs in square holes.
Yes, exactly. Square peg. I couldn't have said it better. You couldn't have said it better. Because this is inviting, the talks of Emery in, Emery out. And a lot of people are turning on him because of all these faults that we can see. the 1, 2, 3, 4, and even personnel management. When it comes to personnel management, like why we discussed it before, why Xhaka being even though he's captain, he doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to play.
Right here, do you know what would make the world of difference, folks? The world of difference would be if we just put Torreira as a defensive midfielder and combine him with those fullbacks that are coming back. Torreira in his natural position, plus Tierney and eventually Bellerin coming in as fullbacks. That would make the world of difference to this team, and I think it would turn things around amazingly, even with Granit Xhaka in midfield, because Torreira was kind of babysitting him last season, covering up for his defensive frailties. Did such as Wolves away from Wolves at home. He did give up some goals, but our midfield is clearly not working, my here.
But like you just said, you can have Xhaka in the squad, but have a ball carrying centre back. Have Rob Holding, young talent.
Rob Holding. Yeah.
Been one of our players last season before he got injured, or this season before he got injured. He was one of our most consistent centre backs, and beautiful to see that. You've got Tierney. Tierney can put in crosses, knows when to defend, knows when to excuse me, knows when
You
to
got
track
bad
back to
cases.
defend, knows when to attack.
So people, smash that like button if you're live here with us and enjoying the content. If you're watching on playback between now and the start of the game, hit that like button. Really, really will help the channel. If anyone also has questions, jump in, ask questions. Thanks for joining us. This is a regular thing, pre-game show when we are obviously here. Um, let's talk about Pepe versus Zaha. Are you excited to see that matchup?
Oh yes, sir.
Do you think we got the better player? Yeah.
100 million.
And Pepe came out on Thursday and scored 2 goals. So I'm really expecting him to continue in that vein and get on the score sheet today. But
Almost definitely 1 goal, 1 assist. All the more to boost the confidence because right when you and I spoke about this, right? We
yeah,
said maybe drop him for a few games from the Premier League and have him play cup competitions to get his goals. But after seeing those 2 goals, can you not put Pepe in the squad? I mean, surely he's on a real high right now on confidence. So
for
I
you, is he taking free kicks today for you?
exactly. Would have personally I would have put Martinelli. I mean, Martinelli is more of an attacking threat on the wing, and he's only young. Yes, we won't overhype as we said before, but what I'm seeing is I'm seeing more of him. I'm seeing more from him than So let's take the pressure off Pepe to playing cup competitions till he gets a whole lot of banging. Just goals, headers, tap-ins, whatever the case may be. So his confidence can be to such a point where when he's playing, right, when he gets a chance to shoot, he's not in two minds. He's not like under so much pressure where he says, let's just try and get it on target. Let's not say for example like that Mercy had against Sheffield Wednesday. He went with his left foot, right? But you know
Sure.
where the ball passed. I know it's not his predominant leg.
Yeah.
Decided as a some striker, right? When they get so used to a league where they can just use either foot. So if he had put his right foot in and gone inside the net, maybe it could have been a different story. Maybe we could have gone on and scored another two.
Yeah. We also have to keep in mind that we're going to be having a guest on later in our post-game show after the game. Join us after the game around 7 p.m. UK time. Um, we will be discussing the Crystal Palace game, and also we're going to have a couple of Liverpool guests to preview the Liverpool game, the Carabao Cup, coming up on Wednesday night. Which how do you feel quickly about Wednesday as well? Are you confident going up against Liverpool? Second team against second team.
Yes, a little bit
A little bit.
because
Our kids, I feel our kids are better than their kids.
okay, so you've actually changed my mind in instant. So I also have a lot of confidence. I just realized it wasn't. It's. I thought maybe they would have started off with the first team, but they've got Champions League, so I don't think we're gonna be seeing the likes of a Firmino and
Okay, hold on, Mahir. I'm going to announce the lineup. This is the
okay,
official lineup. It's announced
here
four
we go.
two three one formation. Bernd Leno, Callum Chambers, Socrates, David Luiz, Kieran Tierney is in. In midfield, it's Guendouzi, Xhaka, and Ceballos. Nicolas Pepe, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. So we do have the two clowns as our central defenders, David Luiz and Socrates, but we are going to see Tierney
And we
in
are
the
going to see
lineup.
who's the other one? Chambers.
Chambers on the right.
Chambers on the right and Tierney. But I'm happy to
So
see in the starting lineup, eh?
I was correct with Xhaka, Guendouzi, and Ceballos,
On the
and
dot.
everybody knows our front three at this point. So let me talk about that for a second while I type this up for everybody to see.
Socrates and David Luiz. Right. We basically plugged in a gap all to all our subscribers. We plugged in a gap because Nacho left us and Koscielny, but very disgracefully. Aside from the point, we wanted Upamecano, which we still could get in the summer, but right now, David Luiz is a stopgap. He's a stopgap who costed 8 million, and unfortunately, our defense has, in recent weeks, really broken our hearts. Either one of them making a mistake, or somebody there in the midfield who is captain, who is shy, who should never be at our club. One of the midfielders also, or two of them making mistakes. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Xhaka, Mustafi actually not playing too bad, but I think we'll still ship him out. Um, Saliba
Yeah,
coming in next season, that's something to look forward to. And Socrates, I had high hopes for him, to be honest with you, Ray. I had really, really high hopes for him. And
London Old School.
London
Yeah,
Old School, shout out to good front three, but why does he keep picking Xhaka, Socrates, Luiz? I don't know.
they're the usual suspects, and they seem to be first choice for him now. I hear it's becoming a pattern that we you can see Holdings coming back, and Chambers is there, good player, hasn't let us down, but he continues with Socrates and David Luiz. Those are his preferred central defensive partnership now.
But I need to ask you a question. Is Hector Bellerin even on the bench? Or is he still carrying the
Oh
injury?
yeah, let me give you his subs. Good question. Hector Bellerin, Herrera, Rob Holding, Martinez, Kolasinac, Martinelli, and Saka.
Um, I could make a shout for Martinelli. Torreira definitely. Um, like you say, AKP is even there as well. I don't know if he's still carrying a little bit of a niggle because we do know he suffered a long-term injury and it was a bad one. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see Tierney. I'm excited to see Tierney, to be honest with you, and Callum Chambers. He seems to be becoming Mr. Consistent and making that position almost his.
Who does?
Chambers.
Chambers is Mr. Consistency, but also um, he's like a Swiss Army knife. He can fill in. He's a utility player now. I'm afraid that Unai Emery sees him that way. Here's the subs: Bellerin, Torreira, Holding, Martinez, the goalkeeper, Kolasinac, Martinelli, and Saka. So
Please, no. Please, I'm begging you, Emery. I don't want
Holding
to see
and
that
Bellerin
again.
on the bench, yes. And this, what you're seeing here on the subs bench, could be a lot of the team that's going to start versus Liverpool. And I've already done my Liverpool lineup. We'll talk about that after the Crystal Palace game when we have the Liverpool. We have a Scouser coming in to help to a Liverpool man to talk about the preview of the Carabao Cup game. So yeah, listen, I've gone for a 3-0 win because you know what? It would be so Arsenal to come in and win by three clear goals when we haven't won a game by more than one goal this season in the league.
I'm also going for a so hopefully that will pick us some up in the challenge also.
Give the
That will
score
be a
again.
bonus.
Give the score again. It blocked out on the signal.
Yeah, like I say, 3-0.
3 0.
3-0 to Arsenal. It would be Arsenal. That would be so Arsenal to do.
We have to differ on something, so we'll find some topics to argue about in the coming weeks. We think alike too much, Ma. Here,
No, but I mean, it's a good thing. And we do differ in a lot of opinions on other things that we do discuss on the show, on the podcast.
I
And
think if the subscribers would like this, we could do when we come back for the international break. Let's think about some topics that we maybe differ on, and we can have like a full blown argument, full blown discussion, debate about
I'm
what
sure,
we disagree on in terms of Arsenal, you know. But
yeah, there's multiple things we can things. We can do Q&A with the with all our subscribers. I mean, there's plenty available at the moment.
I'm just going to show again for anybody new who's come in. This is the announced lineup for Arsenal versus Crystal Palace today. Kickoff is in just under 1 hour from now. So Unai Emery has brought Kieran Tierney into the lineup, and that is good news for us. We all wanted to see Kieran Tierney. Chambers has always done very well at right back, but we do have Socrates, who's a little bit dodgy, and David Luiz are a little bit dodgy as well. But that's okay because we have Granit Xhaka shielding those two in front of us. So we should be okay, right, by here? The QE2.
Is that sarcastic way, or you actually trying to tell the truth? But
No,
that's really funny.
totally sarcastic. And that's Granit Xhaka, Guendouzi, and Ceballos in midfield. And of course, everybody knows our three up front now. So the main news today from the lineups is Kieran Tierney gets a start, but we
Yes.
persevere with our central defensive pairing of David Luiz and Socrates. And of course, everyone knows Captain Fantastic plays in midfield every game. And here's our substitute bench for people who have come in a little bit later. Bellerin, Torreira, Holding, Martinez, Kolasinac, Martinelli, and Saka. Those are our subs for today. Well, London Old School looks like he has changed his prediction. I was going to go 3-0 Arsenal, but with Luis and Socrates starting, I'm going 3-1. And that's the thing. I don't think we're defensively stronger with those two in central defense, my here.
Me neither. That's why I said stop that.
Sea Dogs, thanks for coming in.
Thank
Cronky's
you for
out. Both Cronkies. It's not singular. What's your prediction for today, Sea Dogs? Let's go through the lineup again. It's Brent Leno in goal. Kieran Tierney gets a start on the left side of defense. Socrates and Luis in the middle with Callum Chambers on the right. Granit Xhaka midfield with Guendouzi and Ceballos. And then the front three of Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe. I'm expecting goals today, Mahir.
Me too, brother. I'm expecting goals as well.
At least I'm expecting at least
What do
three
you think?
goals. Now that Pepe is firing, I think he needed some time to adjust to the pace of the Premier League. Coming from Lille, it's a counter-attacking philosophy that they had, and our midfield does not transition the ball quickly.
We discussed it last night. Hardly any attacks up the middle. Always along with the width of the pitch on the left side and the right side.
Yeah,
And a lot of balling sideways, backwards football. Sideways FC.
let's go over some of the things we talked about yesterday then, because a lot of our play is coming from crosses. We've had 162 crosses this
And only
season. Only two goals that have come from those crosses. Um, we were averaging 12.4 shots per game here. We're giving
yeah.
up we're giving up way more than 12. So we're actually letting our opposition shoot more than we're shooting.
I mean, our expected goals ratio as well. Yeah, if our subscribers didn't know and everybody watching,
Expected
our
goals.
expected goal is also worse than what it was under Wenger in his last season as well, with it dropping off to something like zero point 0.5 or 0.662 expected goals per game from our average, which is when we're on form about 2 or 1 point something, one I think 1.7. It's
Yeah.
about 2.
So our expected goals ratio has gone down dramatically.
But
Um,
basically, that was
another thing I
approximately.
saw Another thing I saw my here was Wenger's last 47 games and Emery's first 47 games. Virtually identical record, but Arsene Wenger had seven more clean sheets. Arsene Wenger had 17 clean sheets in those 47. We've only had 10 clean sheets in Emery's
And not
first
only that,
47 games.
yeah, not only that, but apparently 9 clean sheets. So if we go in the last 6 games or the last 8 games of Wenger's, sorry, 9 games of Wenger's last season, right? Picked
Mhm.
up 20 points. Um, Emery has picked up 15 points in that same amount of games. So you can see the regression of why people are maybe really, really angry, want Emery out, etc., etc.
So obviously today I was hoping for the lineup to include Rob Holding and ideally Chambers and Bellerin. Maybe Bellerin's not ready completely, so but I really, really wanted Holding to start. This is a formula. This is more of the same, right? This is
Didn't
more of
Hector,
what we've seen. We've seen David Luiz, we've seen Socrates and Xhaka.
but didn't Hector Bellerin, or Bellerin as they say, play 90 minutes in the Europa League game, which
Yeah, he played 90 minutes, and I believe Tierney played 90 minutes as well. And Tierney's in the lineup today.
so it would make. Do you think it makes any sense that they leave Hector Bellerin if he played maybe 90? He
Yeah,
didn't look injured.
it doesn't make any sense, and we shall see what happens. You
Sure.
know, uh, this was an opportunity to switch the dynamic up, switch those. I know you had talked on other podcasts about if we could just play our Europa League team in the Premier League, we would be doing a hell of a lot better. And it hasn't happened yet. We've got Tierney in, but Tierney's not going to stop all of the goals that are being conceded by David Luiz and Socrates.
And yes, you're right. And Jaka, I don't think there's any more than those. But, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens.
Wait and see what happens. We'll leave it there. Hopefully, it's a positive result. Um, I don't want no Arsenal fan should want the team to lose in order for the club to make a change. We always support our team. We always want the team to win. Um,
Of course.
realize that the hierarchy are going to make the change, and all of our opinions are just opinions. Um,
That makes sense.
what I really hate is when people call it an agenda. It's not an agenda. It's when you have an opinion.
Exactly.
If you express it, there's no problem expressing your opinion in a respectful manner, as long as you're respectful to your fellow fans about it. The club is going to make the change, irrespective, if it happens.
We do the same thing with our special guests that come on. When they become a regular, they become part of the family as well here at Arsenal Fan Circle.
Um,
And that's why chemistry and you see a lot of entertaining shows. Most of our podcasts are super entertaining, guys. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share, like Raymond just put there.
yeah, smash that like button, please. We're trying to get more and more likes every show. It's going to help the suggested video. It's the paradigm, the YouTube algorithm push the channel up to the suggested viewers to reach more and more Gooners worldwide. We are a huge club worldwide, and we need to be higher up the table. We're 5 points adrift of Leicester and Chelsea. I think Leicester's even further apart from us. We're five behind Chelsea right now. I imagine that the Arsenal fan zone is going into meltdown right now, Mahir.
I
Looking
mean,
at Socrates and David Luiz and Xhaka.
look, just the performance. We're already about how many points behind Chelsea and Leicester? About
Five.
six,
Five right now.
five, five right now. So with the win, it goes back to two, right?
Yeah.
But like I say, we need to capitalize on these opportunities where we can
Hi,
get more points. Because
hi,
Watford, I mean,
Newton Kamani. Thanks for coming in. If you're
thank you
new
for
around here, I think you're a new name. Hit that subscribe button, bell notification, and come and join us on podcasts. We'll be having another podcast after this, after the game as well today. So, and let us know
the
where you're watching from, Newton.
yeah.
Talk about that. Newton is our best defender, or Newton is our best defender. He might
He's
well
just
be. Holding is our best defender, my here from South
yeah.
Africa.
He is our best defender at the moment, centre back. I could, if we to, we not just centre back alone. Rob Holding is young. He could have been given captaincy. Shows a lot of passion. He is very
I'm.
solid back, and he's a ball carrier. Most
He
importantly,
has to
if you
be my here. He had to be one of those names very close to one of the five captains, and like maybe after Ozil, he was going to be that captain because I know Emery talked about wanting to have an English captain.
yeah, I mean, he could be replaced. I'm talking about Mr. Ozil, Mr. Mesut Ozil, because if we do sell him to the MLS or something, maybe there could be a replacement in a fifth captain, which, Ray, we shouldn't be having five captains, man. I don't know. This thing has become ridiculous since long time ago. We've discussed it many times.
It's become very politically correct to have five captains now. It sort of transfers the blame off of certain people, and Emery is going to point to, well, the players picked the five captains. The players picked Granit Xhaka, so I have to pick him. No, you do not have to pick him. So
No, it just, I don't know. It makes no sense. It's like sometimes they have actual brain farts and they do things like picking five captains, and Xhaka is the main one actually, and blah blah blah. How do you watch the game, Patrick? Rob, thanks for joining us, Patrick.
do
I
you know
like
any
your
streams? Do you know any streams that you can tell Patrick about?
sportek.com, sportek, sportek.com. Um,
SPORTEK.
yes, that's the one. That's the
Okay,
one. Um,
I'll put that up there.
I'm not sure about any other ones at the moment. Yeah, I can't name any of the. I've got a lot of them saved under my history, my browsing history. But yeah, there we go. London Old School also suggesting one IPTV box. You're
Hey
welcome,
Patrick,
Patrick.
Patrick, you're welcome, bro. If you're new around here, hit that sub button. We'd appreciate it. Like the show and come back and watch more pre games and post game shows with us. Oh man, then the game is not being shown in the UK.
Another thing they could try is search for mob. I think it's Total Sport Tech, at least here in the States. Thanks, Boots. I also think it's that one that he just mentioned now. But another, I'll drop a sub for helping me out. Perfect, Phil, perfect. Anything to help a fellow Guna out. Um,
Yeah, we're all
Another one would be
desperate to see the game.
yeah. Another one would be Mob Drill app. Search for it on your internet under Google, and yes, it does require access. Like it says there's a warning system, but believe me, nothing's happened so far. I haven't had any hackers try to hack me when I've tried to go online to watch a game.
All right, cool. Yeah, so to sum this up, the name of the show is pretty much I wanted to see a new selection policy to break the rotation of Thursdays, Sundays, and that clearly has not happened to my here. We've got the usual suspects in there. I really hope that it's not the usual result, and that we Emery needs to change and fix up a little bit moving forward. I think.
Yeah,
So
he needs to be crucial.
we will leave it there. I am predicting a 3-0, unless there's any more questions about today's game on Crystal Palace. 3-0 is being predicted today by this channel, Arsenal Fan Circle channel. Go have a look, check it out. We post live streams every Sunday and sometimes now during the week as well. So we do pre-game, we do post-game. What else do we do, Matt, here? We
We
break
do this. We do transfer rumors, transfer time. We do
some
player
transfer stuff as well.
player rumors. There's just a whole lot of topics, guys. Just join us.
A
Just
little bit of banter. If Spurs are having a bad time or Chelsea
yes.
or United, we go and we have a little banter about their fan base, because that's what it's all about. We have to enjoy the football. So let's get out of here. Join us after the game around 7 p.m. UK time. Join us again. We will have a post game show. We will have a Liverpool supporter in to preview the Wednesday night game. And I really, really want to get back to those days in the late 90s, no, the early 90s and the late 80s, where we were fighting Liverpool for championships and titles. And I know London Old School remembers those days fondly as well. So thanks to everybody coming in, London Old School, Noe, our two regulars. Patrick, I hope you have a look getting that link. Newton Kamani, thanks for coming in. I hope to see your name again. Sea Dogs, you're a subscriber. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
London Old School, again, can't thank you enough. And Boots TX. I don't know if that
Texas.
denotes Texas. I think I've been calling it Texas. So thanks, Tex. Really do appreciate you. Join us back here in what's it going to be now? About 3 hours after the game. We will have a post game of the Crystal Palace. Hopefully, we're talking about 3 points by here. We got to get close
we
to that
need
Chelsea.
need these 3 points desperately.
We're kind of lucky that Bournemouth or West Ham did not win yesterday. We stay in fifth place, but we need to improve our difference in points to Chelsea. So here's
Exactly.
the 3 points. Let's get out of here with 3 points today, and talk to you guys in actually 3 points and 3 hours. We'll see you in 3 hours and 3-0. All the threes. I think if this was Sesame Street, the lucky number would be three.
Lucky number would be three.
I'll talk to you later, buddy. Come on, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gooners. Let's do
Come on,
this.
Gunners.